A boy named Arman was born into a simple middle-class family in a small town. Their house had a tin roof, and during the rainy season, water leaked through it. His father worked as an employee in a small grocery store, while his mother helped support the family by sewing clothes. At the end of every month, money was so tight that instead of buying new clothes, they often repaired and reused old ones. One night during dinner, Arman's father said, "Son, I may never be able to leave you great wealth, but I can teach you one thing: never give up honesty and hard work in life." Those words stayed deeply in Arman's heart. At school, Arman was a brilliant student. However, many classmates laughed at his old clothes, worn-out school bag, and simple lifestyle. One day, a classmate told him, "You will stay poor forever." Arman said nothing. That night, he wrote only one sentence in his diary: "One day, my success will be my answer." Soon, the most difficult chapter of his life began. While attending college, Arman worked in a shop every evening. After returning home at night, he studied for hours. Many mornings began without enough sleep. His friends spent their time going out and watching movies, but Arman focused on building his future. He read books, he learned new skills, he studied English, he learned computer skills. He read stories of successful people from around the world online. Eventually, he realized something important. Poverty is not a crime. Giving up on your dreams is the biggest mistake. After graduating from university, Arman got a job. When he received his first salary, he bought nothing for himself. Instead, he handed the entire amount to his father. Tears filled his father's eyes. His father said, "Today, I feel that all my struggles were worth it." But Arman's dreams were much bigger. He did not want to spend his entire life working for a salary. He wanted to create something that would make people's lives easier. So, alongside his job, he started a small business. At first, he failed. He lost a lot of money. His friends told him, "It's time to stop." His relatives said, "Just keep your job. Business is not for you." But Arman refused to quit. He wrote down every mistake he made. He learned from every failure. He believed, a person who learns from failure can never be stopped. 2 years later, he started again.
This time, he worked with a better plan. Job during the day, business at night. No rest even on holidays. Only work and learning. Slowly, people began to trust his work. First came one customer, then 10, then 100. One day, his business started receiving orders from other countries. Within a few years, his company's name became internationally recognized. Offices opened in different parts of the world. Thousands of people found jobs through his company. One day, Arman was invited to speak as the keynote speaker at an international conference. Thousands of people came to hear him speak. A journalist asked him, "Today, you are one of the world's successful entrepreneurs. What was the greatest strength in your life?" Arman remained silent for a moment before answering. "My strength was never money. I never had powerful connections. My greatest strength was that I never gave up." He continued, "When everyone was sleeping, I was working on my dreams. When everyone said I couldn't do it, I told myself to try one more time." The entire hall stood up and applauded. A few days later, Arman returned to his hometown. He visited the same school where people once laughed at him. Standing in front of the students, he said, "I never worked to prove that I was better than anyone else. I simply tried to become better than the person I was yesterday." He built a modern school in his town. He helped build a hospital. He supported the education of many underprivileged students. One night, Arman sat on the rooftop of his house looking at the stars. His father sat beside him and asked, "Today, the whole world knows your name. How does it feel?" Arman smiled. "The world knowing me is not the most important thing. The most important thing is that today I am in a position where I can change the lives of other people." His father placed a hand on his shoulder and said, "A truly successful person is someone who helps others move forward while moving forward himself." Arman looked up at the sky and quietly thought, "Thank you to that small middle-class home. If I had not started there, I might never have understood the value of struggle." Moral of the story: your birthplace does not determine your future. Whether you are poor, middle class, or wealthy is only your starting point. Your destination is determined by your hard work, willingness to learn, patience, and determination to never give up. Remember, many of the world's most successful people came from ordinary families. Dream big, work every day. Never lose faith in yourself. One day,
Your work may introduce you to the entire world.